Hi. I just stood on someone's hand and then kicked someone, so it does not bode well. Thanks for having me, Andy. I was here a year ago, and now I'm here again, which is great because my main emotion is nostalgia. So that's nice. I'm going to read 4 poems, I think, depending on various circumstances. I'm going to start with one called Look Me in the Ass and Tell Me That You're Happy Now. I liked our high-tech science laboratory, baby. You used to invent for me a sex in which I would faint over and over in a ballroom with pretty glass baubles hanging from the ceiling, or not faint over and over exactly, but rather travel back in time every few seconds to faint the same faint with renewed gusto. So like time and time again. I, on the other hand, used to invent for you a sex in which you finally learned how to love. Yours was ultimately more original and more poignant. You always said mine was too on the nose, laughing as you approached climax. I didn't mind because of the large windows that I could turn and look out of. But that damn laboratory just got burned to the ground in a freak accident. We are standing in the ruin when you turn to me and say, I think this is the right time to tell you I want a divorce. Well, I reply, I am not surprised by this, baby. I want to sound sexy and mystical and also touchingly gracious, but it comes out like a dubbed animal in a TV movie. I turn to look out a window, but of course the walls have burnt right down and the frames just open right out onto the sky. Ugh, real life is so obvious. We are agreeing about this as if we are in love, when suddenly we have a terrible thought at the same moment. Oh God, what about the dogs? What about our 2 prize Italian greyhounds? Oh, haha, it's fine. We got them in the future, it's cool. Oh, we're still young. Phew. I DM you a stock image of someone throwing a shaka, and I go home without crying. I can do this because I've spent my whole life doing Kegels, but for my eyes. And I'm just too strong. I look in the mirror and practice my self-affirmations. Hey, you are both interesting and generous, which you worked hard on, okay? You worked hard and you deserve the payoff. Yeah, I earned my millions flipping houses, but instead of houses, it was people. I always make sure I get out a little more than I put in, so I have more to offer the next one. And that entitles me to love, bitch. If you won't love me, I'll have to do some, creative accounting. I think it will gradually become clear, if it's not already, as I read these poems, that I'm a terrible person, but it's okay because I'm pretty sure we all are. You guys all suck. You don't. I like you all and feel very grateful to be here. I'm going home tomorrow. I'm very tired. I live in Wellington. It's nice there. Come visit me. Shut up. I'm going to read a poem that's largely I wrote it because I'm a big stoner, which isn't, like, don't do it, kids. Actually do it, makes you feel better. I'm seeing a hot boy who's got weird eyeballs, and he's a big stoner, so I get to smoke more weed than usual. And this isn't the poem, this is I'm just looking at my phone as I say it. Also, I think possibly all the poems I'm going to read tonight have the word ass in them, but maybe not. Anyway, this one does. It's called Pack My Ass Full of Weed, Light It and Smoke It Through My Mouth. It's really stupid, please forgive me. My name is Animal. I live in a mouth-shaped house. I think about new things every day. I dig graves, but I don't have any corpses to put in them. I grab hanks of hair in my dreams and wake up with my fists clenched. In my garden, I only grow extremely tiny flowers. I create a special doll every year to commemorate the dolls I created before. Then I burn it. I dream of going to a pitch black space and counting the things I can feel. The way I move my body is so astonishing. The mothers and fathers of others have never enjoyed my presence. I enjoy the feeling of an insect on my hand. The air never runs out for me wherever I go. Once I traced my index finger down the center of my abdomen. Once I dug my knuckles into my neck. I go to the car wash every day. I observe the cars as they go through the car wash. I have a parcel of stones delivered each week for me to redistribute around the countryside. The green in my eyes appeared after a terrible accident in my childhood. In my life I have been told many important secrets. I can run faster than everyone I know. I was born underwater. I have been invited to my own surprise party by accident. I am waiting in the dark with a large group of people to surprise myself. I know there is something special about me because I have heard people say so. I break into a widely celebrated restaurant and find the entrance to a hidden room. Inside the hidden room, I find the entrance to another hidden room. This one requires some context. Does anyone not know what Turkmenistan's door to hell is? Which is not to be confused with Turkmenistan's daughter, hell. It's Turkmenistan's door to hell. Everyone? Anyone know?
I don't know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so there's a burning pit of flames in Turkmenistan. It's just huge. What? It's got a few different names. One of them is Turkmenistan's door to hell. But yeah, it's probably got some other names. They were trying to mine for gas like 40-something, 50-something years ago, and then there was just, they accidentally like hit too much gas and it just all like caved in, and they were like, oh shit, okay, we better like burn off this gas so it doesn't poison all the towns around us. And so they set it alight and it's still burning. And they do not know when it's going to stop. This is a bad extended metaphor. The whole poem. I've been waiting for an excuse to do this for a long time, but no one gave me one, so I did it anyway. It's called You Are No Fire Pit. That's what baby tells me when I compare myself to Turkmenistan's door to hell. Because I'm always blowing up. Which sounds arrogant, but is in fact semi-humble. Because, well, we can acknowledge that what I am was always there, but its ignition was accidental, a human miscalculation, and the outcome was very surprising, and quite unsettling and pretty dangerous, but of some interest, and people like to try to cook sausages on it with long sticks. Or you could marvel at it for a bit and eventually leave once you have watched it burn for a while. Or you could throw yourself in. It doesn't seem like there's much security. I don't want to say lol, but lol. And bear with me because the similarities are just endless. As endless as the fires of Turkmenistan's door to hell. And that they will eventually end, but not for friggin' ages. Both me and it are a bit over the top, like come on, like calm it down. And a bit attention seeking, but always by doing the exact same thing. Which becomes tiresome. Like when I talked and talked at the dinner table, and my friend's mum muttered to my friend's dad, "Will she ever stop?" No. To be fair, in that instance, I did take a little break. So really, I am not exactly like Turkmenistan's door to hell. But watertight metaphor is ugly and boring. And baby thinks I'm more complex anyway. Baby doesn't like me to confine myself. Baby thinks I won't do the same thing forever and ever. Well, yeah, but neither will Turkmenistan's door to hell. Okay, I'm gonna read my last one. This is very much one where if you have started to like me and maybe want to be my friend, that feeling will end. And it's called "Don't Pay Any Attention, Sweetie." Here I come, world. Here I come, modern life. Driving a tempest of justice. Frenemies cower in their apartments. Jenny, get in the doorway. Haha, such sweet imbecility. I am the omnipotent bitch. I transcend knowledge, just as you would half expect of me. Just as they will say at my funeral. Ah, she transcended knowledge. What a shame she has died. Yeah, well, you know who else is gonna die? You and Jenny. And every other person who has ever made me feel less like a person than I ought to feel. Excuse me. I don't care if you have a beautiful singing voice. I don't care if you volunteer for a crisis helpline. I don't care if you have clout in the industry. I don't care if you fight climate change. And it's not jealousy. It's justified. If you ever made me feel bad, then fuck the ice caps. Let them overflow the ocean. The world is full of approx 20 bad girls and boys, and I am coming for you all, like Santa but shitty, and with worse hygiene. Ah, Christ. I don't want to do physical violence to you, everyone says everyone's trying their best, but you're not trying your best. You're trying something else, and it's hurting me, which makes me want to crush you. It makes me want to press you down till you can feel it in your past. I want to press you down till your memories change shape. I just want to teach you how to hate yourself. Someone has to. Because I can tell you never bothered to learn, and I take exception to that.